Okay, so according to the people of Benin Republic, it is believed that yam did not come from seed, but it came from a great sacrifice. According to the myths, a great ancestor named Nananje, please, you could help me with the pronunciation of that, so that his people were starving, and he asked the oracle what to do to help the people. And the oracle told him that he must bury his most precious tool. After thinking, Nananje buried his royal staff, which was made from a sacred wood. He watered the ground with his own sweat for months, and one morning, the earth cracked open and a brown, hairy hand reached out from the soil, and that was the first yam. Hold on. There's a chant that was said, though, before I continue the story. Now, the chant of the harvest is, we do not dig a root, we dig a king. The king, the king who hid in the dark so his children could walk in the light. Oh, Nananje, your staff has turned into bread. We eat your strength to find our own. That was the chant that was said for the harvest. So there's a little bit of backstory. Excuse me. Now, before Nananje buried his staff, the people had tried to grow food by throwing seeds on the top of the hard ground, but it didn't work. Now the myth of the staff is actually the discovery of the deep tillage. That's why, yam is grown using, yam is grown in mounds and not in deep mounds. That's deep tillage. It's grown in mounds instead of, you just doing a shallow hole and putting seed inside. Because the royal staff was long and straight, by burying it deep, Nananje was the first person to realize that for a plant to grow big, the heart of the plant must be deep in the cold dark, away from the burning sun. And that is how the mound system was created. Now, because yam is not just special to the people of Benin Republic, it's also something that is very huge in Nigeria. I'm actually now curious to know what the story behind the mound system is in Nigeria. That's, for yam. So now, because of the myth, they believe that yam is a king who needs a throne. So, yeah, again, Nigeria or any other country that, has yam as their king crop, because Nigeria, we also do the same. Is there a chance you know the story behind the mound system? And now I'm even curious as to every other crop ever, the story behind the planting system or the style. So the result is basically the soft mounds allow the tuber to expand without resistance from the hard clay. Blah, blah, blah. But you get the gist. People that plant yam, you already know that. I mean, it's also believed now, people in Benue State is believed to be the place that they grow, that has the largest yam production in Nigeria. Now, there's been different things, right? I've heard, is the seed, the size of the seed that determines the size of your yam. Meanwhile, I heard that people in Benue, that's Benue, Nigeria, they believe that the size of the mound, that's the bigger the mound, the bigger your yam. Because now, this is a king crop, it had more space to chill and relax. So, I want to know the story behind your own mound system in your country, if you have yam as your king crop. Again, people of Benin Republic, how true is this story though? Is it true? Have you heard of it? I know the practice is real. So